apparently, Darth thinks agnosticism is impossible. Ah, interesting. Um, I don't think it's impossible. I do think that we are inclined psychologically to be leaning slightly one way or another most of the time, but you can still be quite decisive. Imagine you are offered your two favorite meals, right? You can have meal A or meal B, and you go, oh, but well, I really like, I don't know which one I want, and you might be swinging back and forth a little bit, and you could argue that, or maybe you've had a bit more of that and a bit more of that way. You're in that state where you're unsure of what you want because actually, both sound good. Now, with agnosticism, it's you don't think either arguments for theism or atheism are convincing enough for you to say, no, that is definitely the way I lean. That's basically the way I see it. But obviously, an agnostic position, so someone that lacks belief both ways, and an atheist position that believes gods don't exist, but also lacks belief, well, the theist also shares a lack of belief in gods not existing. So to categorize an agnostic as a type of atheist sort of relies on special pleading. Because you're essentially saying that only a lack of belief in gods existing is enough to become an atheist. Well, then that means only a lack of belief in gods not existing is enough to be a theist, which puts that middle position as an atheistic theist or theistic atheist, which is a contradiction. It's impossible to, well, it's possible to believe a god does exist and does not exist. So then you have to go, well, actually, only atheists are allowed to be defined by what they lack belief in. And you go, well, you're holding people to different standards. And if that's the case, you're committing a special pleading fallacy.